The United States of America has replaced its temporary tariffs under Section 122, which it had slapped India with in the past, with the permanent tariffs now slapped under Section 301 after an investigation into allegations of import of goods produced using forced labor. Now, after the investigation carried out by the US Trade Representative, the US has retained a lower tariff rate for India along with 16 other economies as compared with 43 economies that are set to face 12.5% tariff under Section 301 investigations. Now, announcing the final decision of the investigation under Section 301 on July 23, the US Trade Representative Jamie A. St. Greer said that the 10% tariffs will come into effect on July 24, 2026, the same day when the tariffs levied by the US under Section 122 expired. The US Trade Representative has said in its findings that 60 economies have failed to curb the import of goods produced using forced labor, while India, along with 16 other economies, including Bangladesh, Pakistan, Canada, and the United Kingdom, have managed to secure a lower rate of tariffs from the US. As many as 43 nations will face the higher 12.5% tariffs slapped by the United States of America under Section 301 investigations. Now, with this, the different tariffs slapped by the United States of America on Indian products fall into three broad categories. Number one, products that are covered under Section 232 tariffs, which include steel, aluminium, copper, automobile components, and certain derivatives, which form almost 8% of India's exports to the United States of America, which continue to face tariffs as high as 25% to 50% along with the normal MFN duty. The second category is the category of products that are exempted from any of these tariffs but continue to face the normal MFN duty. The third category is of the products that form as high as 70% of the Indian exports to the United States, which include chemicals, machinery, leather products, textiles and garments, gems and stones, plastics, and other products that form the bulk of exports to America and are now set to face a tariff of 10% under the forced labor tariffs of Section 122 as levied by the US. Now, this is along with the normal MFN duty that these products will also face. Now, making these crucial observations, think tank Global Trade Research Initiative has noted that the tariffs slapped by the United States of America on India after the conclusion of the forced labor investigations do not seem to have a credible factual basis. The GTRI has further said that the United States of America has failed to provide any evidence that India have failed to curb goods produced using forced labor. It noted that India has already changed its foreign trade policy by banning the import of goods produced using forced labor, and it also monitors the menace of forced labor domestically under its domestic laws as well. The GTRI significantly pointed out that the tariffs slapped under Section 122 by the United States of America seem to be a mechanism of the US administration to retain the 10% tariff that was slapped on India and other nations. Significantly, the GTRI pointed out that the slapping of 10% tariff under Section 301 forced labor investigations is a mechanism of the US administration to retain the tariff that the US had introduced under Section 122, which expired on July 24, 2026. It further pointed out that the US has also initiated another probe under Section 301 for excess manufacturing capacity, and it remains to be seen what is the fresh rate of tariffs that the US levies on Indian exports under the same. It is important to be noted that the US has slapped a higher rate of tariffs on countries like Brazil under this second investigation. We'll keep tracking this major development vis-a-vis India and the United States trade equations. Reporting from New Delhi, this is Shikha Salaria for India Pro.